Can yoga breathing really make you a faster runner, or is that just a lot of hot air? Now that's a question that's been huffing and puffing around the running community for a while now. It's almost as if there's a marathon of opinions, each one trying to outpace the other. You see, the idea of yoga breathing, or pranayama as it's known in the yoga world, has been making quite a splash in the running circles. Picture this: a bunch of marathoners trying to run while sounding like Darth Vader in a meditation class. Now, that's a sight, isn't it? And no, they are not trying to join the dark side, they're just trying to find the right rhythm, the right pace, not just for their feet but their breath too. Some swear by it, saying that it's the secret sauce, the magic mantra that's helped them shave off those precious seconds from their personal bests. Others, well, they're not quite convinced. They believe it's more of a distraction, a hiccup in their stride, if you will. They'd prefer to stick to their tried and tested methods, thank you very much. The truth is, there's a lot of curiosity, a fair bit of skepticism, and maybe just a pinch of confusion around the whole thing. It's like a three-legged race. You're not quite sure whether it's going to make you faster or just trip you up. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a step back. Let's try to understand the why, the how, and the what of it all. Let's delve into the science behind it, and no, we're not talking about the science of how to sound like a peaceful Sith Lord. Instead, we're going to explore how yoga breathing might just be the secret ingredient to becoming a faster, more efficient runner. So take a deep breath, lace up your trainers, and let's hit the ground running. After all, this is not just about winning races, it's about winning the great breathing debate. Science time, folks. Buckle up because we're about to get as nerdy as a librarian's convention. Now let's delve into the science behind yoga breathing, or pranayama as the yogis call it, and how it can potentially turbocharge your running performance. No, we're not talking about levitating off the ground or running on water, but something a tad more down to earth. You see, when you practice yoga breathing, you're essentially training your body to use oxygen more efficiently. It's kind of like upgrading your lungs from a compact car to a full-blown SUV, minus the gas guzzling. Here's the deal. During yoga breathing, you take deep, slow breaths, which helps increase the capacity of your lungs. This means more oxygen can be absorbed into your bloodstream with each breath. The oxygen then travels to your muscles where it's used to produce energy. So essentially, the more oxygen your muscles have, the more energy they can produce, and the faster you can run. But that's not all. Yoga breathing also helps to calm your mind and reduce stress. You might be thinking, what's stress got to do with running? Well, quite a lot actually. Stress can lead to shallow breathing and a tense body, both of which can hinder your running performance. By practicing yoga breathing, you can keep your body relaxed and your mind focused, even during those grueling long runs when all you want to do is collapse into a heap on the side of the road. So, to sum it all up, yoga breathing can help increase your lung capacity, improve oxygen efficiency, reduce stress, and keep your body relaxed. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. That all sounds great, but is there any actual scientific evidence to back this up? Well, there have been several studies that suggest yoga breathing might indeed have a positive impact on running performance. So science seems to be on the side of the yogis, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. But enough with the lab coats and microscopes. What does this mean for you, the runner who's just trying to shave a few seconds off your mile? Well, let's dive into the real-world impact of yoga breathing on runners. Picture this. You're on a quest for the holy grail of running, that elusive personal best. You've tried everything. High-tech running shoes, rigorous training plans, even that weird energy gel that tastes like a science experiment gone wrong. Then, one day, you stumble upon the secret weapon, yoga breathing. It's like finding out that eating more donuts actually helps you lose weight. It sounds too good to be true, right? But let's look at the evidence. There's Jane, a marathon runner from Portland. Jane was always a mid-pack runner, but after incorporating yoga breathing into her training, she shaved a full 10 minutes off her marathon time. That's not just a few seconds, folks. That's the difference between a good race and a great one. Or how about Tom, a high school cross-country runner from Texas? Tom was always the last one to cross the finish line until he started practicing yoga breathing. Now he's not just finishing races, he's winning them. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sure, these stories are great, but where's the science? Well, there are numerous studies that back up these anecdotes. One study found that runners who practiced yoga breathing for just 8 weeks improved their 5K times by an average of 60 seconds. Another study found that yoga breathing reduced runners' perceived effort, making those long runs feel just a bit easier. So, yoga breathing isn't just some fad. It's a proven method to improve your running performance. It's like unlocking a secret level in a video game, or finding a hidden shortcut on your morning commute. But wait, there's more. Let's not forget about the other benefits. Sure, you might get faster, but what if I told you that's just the cherry on top of the yoga breathing sundae? Just imagine your lungs like a well-oiled machine pumping life-giving oxygen to your muscles as you stride. But there's more to this story. Yoga breathing, known as pranayama in the yogic tradition, offers a smorgasbord of benefits far beyond the finish line. For starters, let's talk about focus. You know those moments when you're running and your mind starts to wander? Maybe you're thinking about that work project or what's for dinner. Suddenly, your pace slows, you lose your rhythm, and before you know it, you're more tortoise than hare. Well, yoga breathing can be your secret weapon against these focus fumbles. By consciously controlling your breath, you're effectively giving your mind a job to do, helping to keep those pesky stray thoughts at bay. Picture this, you're cruising along, your breath in sync with your stride, and that's all you're thinking about. The noise of the world falls away, and it's just you and the rhythm of your breath. It's a runner's Zen moment, if you will. And speaking of Zen, let's not forget about stress reduction. Running can be a high-pressure activity, especially if you're competitive. Yoga breathing can help to dial down the stress and anxiety, promoting a sense of calm and relaxation. And hey, who couldn't use a little more Zen in their life, especially when you're trying to outrun a pack of fellow runners? So, let's recap. We've got increased speed, heightened focus, and reduced stress. That's quite the trifecta, isn't it? And all from something as simple as the way we breathe. It's almost enough to make you want to start chanting Om on your morning jog. So, what's the verdict? Is yoga breathing the secret weapon of running? Well, we're not quite done yet. Stick around for the next scene where we'll deliver the final verdict. Alright, we've talked science, we've talked benefits, now it's time for the moment of truth. We've been on quite the journey, haven't we? From debating the great breathing debate to diving into the science of breathing, and even taking a detour to explore the real-world impact and the extra perks. So can yoga breathing really make you a faster runner? Well, the short answer is, maybe. But don't let that maybe deter you. Because the long answer is, still maybe, but with a side of Zen and a dash of focus. Now isn't that a tasty combo? Here's the deal. Yoga breathing isn't some magical instant speed potion. It's not like you'll start practicing it today and wake up tomorrow running like a cheetah. But what it can do is help you control your breathing, calm your mind, and increase your focus. And who knows? That just might be the edge you need to shave off a few seconds from your run. Think of it this way, running is like a symphony, and your body is the orchestra. Each part has a role to play, and when they all work in harmony, the result is beautiful music, or in this case, a faster run. And the conductor of this orchestra? Your breath. It sets the pace, keeps the rhythm, and guides the performance, and that's where yoga breathing comes in. It's like a masterclass for your breath, teaching it to conduct your body's orchestra like never before. So, the verdict, give yoga breathing a shot. Worst case scenario, you'll end up a little more relaxed. Best case scenario, you'll find your stride hitting a new tempo. And hey, even if you don't become the next Usain Bolt, you'll still have a cool party trick to show off. And there you have it, folks. The secret to running may just be a deep breath away. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more running secrets. And remember, the next time you're huffing and puffing on a run, channel your inner yogi. You might just surprise yourself.